The Kingpin has a nightclub?
It's a front. It's connected to a warehouse supposedly filled with all his ill-gotten goodies.
Well, sure. He is the Kingpin. I assume everything is a front. For a fast food franchise. You know, because he's fat.
I've got your back. Let's go!
I think that one was new. Cool. So they are still adding story elements. That's good to see. You'll notice too that on some of the cutscenes there is some text around the cutscene that kind of pretty much lets you know that they're still a work in progress. So they're a bit rough. So anything you see here, keep in mind again, beta is beta, and even those cutscenes are possibly going to change. Maybe new sound effects will be added. The animation might get cleaned up a bit. And what I noticed there is when I killed that Magia there is I got a bonus experience, like 120 additional experience. So it seems that as you kill certain enemies, you'll get these. It almost seems like they're little achievements, kind of like the bonuses that D3 gave you for slaughtering enemies and things like that. Only there's no real way to tell what they all are in this game yet. So maybe they'll add something like that. We got a strange door here. Ah, hello. Tablet of Life and Time was created in your world's distant past. Stone's fragment holds the power to transform a mortal user into an omnipotent mortal being. To prevent this tablet from falling in the hands of evildoers, you must remove it from the possession of your city's kingpin of crime. Cool. Hi guys, surprised to see me? We were just kind of talking there, minding your own business. I like the fact that you can pick up some of these items at random, but what I'm kind of noticing is that these things like dumpsters, they don't seem to be in locations that it's very easy to pick them up and use them in combat. They kind of seem to be something there that you can throw afterwards. They just don't seem to be placed in strategically good locations. Now in this case here, if I could, yeah, there we go, I can pick up a car. That one's fine, although these thugs just survived the car being smashed in their face. I don't get that one. Oh well. Cable can pick up cars, apparently. Boom. Wow. That car survived too. Wow, who makes this car? It's safe. Totally safe. Oh! Hi. Whoa, what'd I do? Apparently, I found a bug. There is like a ramp here that's not supposed to be there. You know what? I'm just amused by this. Gaze upon me, ye mortals, and despair. I am Cable, master of levitation and laser guns. You will fear me as your new god. Ha 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 ha! Fear as I teleport down to the ground at random. Ah, I lost my godlike powers. Now I have to settle with just measly superhuman powers. Huh? Okay, yeah, apparently the bug is just right here and you're able to get past it. If you go down, there we go. Not that you need to go that way, it's just I found that amusing. Really? Oh, well, that's what these beta tests are for, really. So, the thing about this game coming out here in the next month, oh, okay, now that is bad right there. It's going into the Blood Rose Club. There we go. That is a glitch introduced with this patch, because that never used to be an issue. Alright, looks like we're okay. Now either they changed the music or the music cue that normally happens when I come here is gone, because the music used to be different here. And there used to be a guy here. What the heck? Oh, there he is. I gained experience.
Keeps getting closer and closer.
Okay, I now can get Concussive Blast. Alright, excellent. Let's go ahead and put a rank into that. So it looks like I'm getting 2 points for every level, so that is honestly good to see. So I don't have to hold on to points. Like, in D2 what I would do is I'd see, okay, I get this ability at 14, do I also get another ability at 14? You know, and let's assume that this was 14. I'd be like, okay, I have 2 abilities I get at 14. That means at level 13, I can't put my point into anything, so that when I get 14, I can put my points into both of them. It looks like they've scattered skills off enough that you shouldn't ever have to hold on to points. But even if you... the odd times that you do, like here, there's actually 2 abilities that are usable at level 10. Well, since you get 2 points per level, I don't have to hold on to a point. I can just put them both in there. And that's cool too. So I'm liking some of the things that they've thought about. I was really concerned about this skill tree system, honestly. I really was. It seemed to mimic Diablo 2 so much. I was just kind of scared that it was going to fall into that trap. It's like there wasn't anything wrong with Diablo 2 skill trees for its time, but now that I've seen some better examples and the way things can be, it's like I feel like we can move on from some of the basic stuff. And we can iterate. We can start adding new things and changing things around so it's not so restrictive. And it feels like they're doing just that. They're trying to make this skill tree to be very friendly to veterans, to newbies alike. And I think they're succeeding in that front. Now that I've taken a bit of a closer look at it, I want to get a character up to max level before I can make any ultimate judgment, of course, on the skill tree system. I mean, because that's where the proof of the system is going to be, is when you can get in the max level, and are the points interesting? Are you going to be compelled to put your points into anything? Because one thing I don't like about skill trees, in general, is that a lot of skill trees make you just pump passive points into a bunch of stuff, and so you level up and you get this passive skill point, and it doesn't feel interesting because you're basically just leveling up your abilities by 1%. It's like, oh boy, you leveled. Leveling should be this thing where it's like, cool, I leveled, what do I get now? Do I get something really cool? And some of these games just tend to turn into, ooh boy, I leveled, I now hit 1% harder. And that's never fun. Getting skill tree points to be interesting and compelling is something that companies like Blizzard have been struggling with for a while. And I think that's why Blizzard ultimately scrapped the whole skill tree system for WoW. I mean, well, not scrapped it, they've modified it heavily, but the skill tree system in WoW is very much a, here, you get a choice of certain abilities, and that's your skill tree. You're not pumping a lot of passive points anymore, and they've been iterating on that for years. Alright. No time for fancy stuff, he says. Nice. Well, that worked out. Where are you going? Stop missing, Cable. I thought you were supposed to be a better shot than that. What's this stuff? Are they destroyable? They are. Explosions! Lots of explosions! Yes! I love some old-fashioned explosions! Nothing like destroying your opponents in a ball of fire! Oh, prototype web shooters, huh? I guess I could give those to the web crawler there, eh? I feel like I could be doing more damage. You know, Cable is a new character, so he's not quite all balanced there, and obviously, as you can see there, physics are a little wonky. He's not quite completely balanced yet, so I think maybe you could see a damage pass on him, see maybe get him a bit more. He's got definitely a fast attack speed, but it still feels like the damage he's doing over time is still a little bit limited. But then again, he looks like he's supposed to be more of a support character with all the debuffs he's getting. So that very well could be the intention. By the way, I have to profess that I'm still upset that I can't bind my mouse 4 and 5 buttons on my multi-button Razer mouse. I would love to be able to do that. I would bind these A, S, D, F, G keys in a heartbeat to my mouse. I might have to go out and find an application that'll let me do that. Alright, let's clear this place out. I think this will be the end of this segment once we get to the end here. Trying to keep these videos not super long. Make them completely digestible and watchable. After all, the combat is not overly interesting just yet, since I only have a handful of abilities. In the air. You know, if I felt like they were getting thrown into the air by something I did other than something just kind of wonky happening, I think I would enjoy it more. I have to admit that's something I love about Diablo 3, and why Diablo 3 still is one of the best action RPGs that I play right now, in my opinion, is just the combat is so visceral, and the combat is done so well in that game. You can argue about everything else in Diablo 3 being done bad, and it'll be a debatable topic because everybody's got their own opinions on it, but I think one thing that most people can't really argue about, you could still argue the point because, you know, it's all subjective, but the combat for most people is just really well done in that game. And in this, when you hit an enemy with a big hit as a barbarian in Diablo 3, they go flying, and you know why. You know, you feel it. You feel the hit, the sound of the hit, the animation of the hit, plus the knockback effect, all makes sense. Like right there, that was a bit better because they got knocked back a little more realistically. But there, I shot him with a laser rifle, and he just flew into the air. You know, if they could make it so I do a big hit like this one right here, and then they go flying or something, that might work. You know, it's right now, it just... The connection's not quite there. It's not as visceral. It doesn't quite feel like the combat and the animations that are playing are quite connecting. But again, I just have to keep hammering it home. Beta is beta. Oh dear. Alright, let's go ahead and use the Bodyslide system. It'll give us a chance to take a look at that. So that's just one thing I think, not only is beta, but you have to keep in mind there's gazillion guys in Secret Identity Studios. I mean, we're still talking about kind of an indie dev studio here. As opposed to, say, Blizzard, who's been around for so long now. I mean, this is, again, keep in mind, we are dealing with David Brevik. I mean, the gentleman who helped create Diablo 1 and 2. But doesn't necessarily mean he's got all the resources that he might have had. Like, Blizzard, just as a company in general, has a lot of resources, and so they're able to put a lot of time, energy, and money, more importantly, money, into these systems and make them work. And just...
This is a bit primitive. Think you've got what it takes?
Alright, so what I'm going to do here real quick is I had some crafting items. He wants me to learn the crafting system. Oh, nice! Okay, I'm glad I came here then, because you can now see your stash when talking to the crafter. So now that they're giving you these crafting stations, crafting tabs, you can now use those tabs while you're crafting. You couldn't do that before. It all had to be in your inventory, so I had to run in my inventory, grab a few items, run back. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see that they changed that. So what can you make here? What's this dynamic serum? Transforms 2 simple elements into a dynamic serum. Consuming this item increases your damage by 10 for 20 minutes. Oh, that's pretty basic. That's very different from the last patch, but that's good to see. Add a visual effect to your costume. Really? Requires a costume and any artifact with a visual effect. That's cool. That's new as well. So I'm really glad to see these changes happening. You can add visual effects to costumes now. That's cool. I really wonder what kind of visual effects you'll be able to get. Will you get some kind of glowingness or what? I mean, it says costume. It doesn't say specifically a character. It doesn't say what type of costume. It just says any costume and an artifact with a visual effect. So that's neat to me. I really wonder what they're going to do with that. I want to know, you know. So let's see, 3 identical. Is that simple? 3 identical simple elements. So let's just go ahead and do that. Simple genome, 1, 2, just kind of right-clicking there. Let's go ahead and create it. Excellent. We can just go ahead and right-click on that to take it back. 1, 2, 3. And no reason not to do this because it's saving me inventory space, as you can see. There we go. Just right-click and take it. And so what about donate? Let's just go ahead and try and level up our vendor here. I can hold down Alt and right-click to donate. Just go ahead and do that with all the whites for now. I don't really need this. Let's give him the metal. You can see that gives him quite a bit. And we'll just start donating greens to get him up to level 2. Now I can do a ordinary out of the primitives that I've got. And it looks like there is now offensive and defensive affixes that can be added to costumes. It looks like I can upgrade 1 rare item. So it requires a low-level blue and a simple enhanced genome. So I can upgrade a low-level blue to, I guess, a higher level. And what does it say? It requires a blue and 1 simple enhanced genome. Well, that's a shame. A simple enhanced genome. I already turned all of my simple enhanced into a primitive, so I can't try that out to see what it does, because I have blue items here that I would love to try. Unfortunately, as we can see here, it's not going to take that. So that's unfortunate. If I find one, we'll try that. We'll see what we can do with this crafting, see what I can do with this blue item that I've got. So let's get out of there. Let's just go ahead and donate more to the cause here. Wow, quite nice. Look at this. I've got a green bodysuit now that gives me much more defense than the blue one I found. So I could always upgrade it. So I'm going to hold on to the blue items I have. Let's just go ahead and equip that. And I'm going to put this in my stash. So I like the fact that I can actually put these items into my stash.
By my standards, this is a bit primitive.
If I right click, will it go? No, okay. So there's really no easy way of just control clicking into the stash from this vendor. That makes sense though. This really wasn't designed to be a spot for me to just easily put things into the stash. If I wanted to do that, then I should have probably have gone to the stash. That's actually down here. Okay, well now that we're done here, we're going to go ahead and body slide back. It looks like the body slide portal is still missing from the game, so in order to go back, I'm just going to go into the upper right and click the body slide portal again. And it looks like the loading screen is not based on the character that you are, because now we're seeing Hawkeye, who first appeared in Tales of Suspense, number 57. And oh dear. So apparently there's a bug with the body slide system, and it has basically put me outside the map. Also, what you're seeing here on the left is the auto party system. I haven't turned this off. It's in the options. I'll just go ahead and bring up the options because I haven't looked at those yet. Under gameplay, you can select things like show chat, stop moving when the mouse button is released, auto party, show party member arrows. There used to be the damage numbers used to be here, and unfortunately it looks like those have been removed, and that is a shame. But I could turn off that auto party if I so desire, but I'm not too worried about it. Unfortunately, what I am concerned about is the fact that I cannot move. And my body slider is on a cooldown. So do I have a stuck command? I do not. What happens if I try to change characters? Power not allowed at really? He just, that's pretty funny. He jumps off and then whoop, right back. Oh dear. Yeah, alright. Let's get out of here. I'm going to try this again. Alright, so I submitted a bug report. I could not Bodyslide back. Here we are. And there's Black Cat escaping with whatever it is she stole. We've got a few of us fighting Doc Ock now. I'm going to go ahead and help my team by causing him to take more damage. So this fight seems really designed around having a group, and that's probably why the auto-leveling or the auto-grouping thing is in play. Because last time I fought this guy, when I did my last video, of course, this is the boss I was fighting, and you can see that it took a bit to take him out. And in this case, it wasn't so bad, but he still took quite a bit of damage from multiple heroes. But not a big deal.
Well, all right! We won one! High five! You can't give a brother a high five?
Thank you. I was looking for that.
Sweet Christmas. Who the hell was that?
Calls himself the Hood.
So all the good names were taken?
Don't underestimate him. That cape and hood let him teleport anywhere in the world.
Intel says he's a serious pretender to Kingpin's throne.
Damn it!
Okay then. Good job, everybody.
We just gave the Hood the edge he needs to take this entire city.
Ain't gonna happen. Someone somewhere knows where this guy hangs his cape at night.
We need to go to Fury with this.
Actually, I think I know who we should talk to first.
Messing with me was the Hood's first mistake.
Just gonna say it. Spider sense fail right there. Totally. Poor Spidey. Alright, so once again, the items I find on the ground are mine, and as you can see, because of the purple item here, wonderful epic level loot. That's odd. There it is. Epic level loot belongs to Cable. So typically the items you find are going to belong to your character, which is cool. I like that they do that. So the character you're playing as is typically the one that's going to get the loot that you need. So if you got a character you want to farm for, you're probably going to want to play as that character. But you'll still find a few other items, as you can see. I've got some Deadpool items here. XP per enemy defeat, huh? I don't think it deserves something more interesting than this. Deadpool, I tell you. Alright, so Dr. Octopus giving me some radius for area powers and critical strike chance for any area power. That's not bad, actually. I have area of effect on this. I have area of effect here. I have a lot of area of effect items, actually. Even this. I may actually want to use that. I haven't really noticed the poison cloud proccing. It's only 5%, so we'll go ahead and do that, giving me an actual static increase of radius powers and some extra critical strike chance for those powers. That's really cool. So what do we get through this wonderful epic level loot here? 7 defense, so about the same, but I also get dodge, 2.2, 29 health. It gives me eye for weakness at rank 4 and concussion blast at rank 1. So, of course, I already have Concussion Blast, and I already have Eye of Weakness, but this will grant my Eye of Weakness to rank 4. It is not plus 4, it is merely granted to 4. So if we look at here, Eye for Weakness, it's 1, it will not go up to 5, it will just go straight up to 4. So we'll go ahead and put that on. Yes. And we can confirm here that it is still level 4. Not bad. 23% extra damage. Its attack speed has gone up to 0.9, so that's good to see. Now some items will, of course, will lose spirit cost, some items will gain range, some items will gain power. That's pretty cool. So we're moving on. We are currently level 4, and it looks like we're getting close to level 5.
Too challenging?
And looks like we were done there. I'm going to go ahead and leave this party. You don't need to be in it. So I have a simple astral essence. I needed the genome, didn't I? Yeah, okay, so still don't have what I need. So I will go ahead and sell these items to a vendor to hopefully give them a higher rank. And I think this is as good a place as any to end it for this video. Yeah, the white item's not getting much. So I'm going to get credits for my white items, and then let's turn some of these in. And I don't need that anymore, so let's do that. Oh, not quite rank 2. Can I do it with these kits? Oh, wow, nice. Can I split these? Hey, that's a good question. Oops. I shift right clicked. I was hoping... Okay. I was hoping to... Let's see if we can't shift stacks around here. If I shift click, shift right click... No, how about control right click, control click, alt click, alt right click. Wow, they have no way of breaking stacks. Maybe that's why they don't stack your crafting materials, because they don't have a way for you to break them up. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, man. It'd be nice if they did that, so if you needed to split off health packs or something for a teammate, or, you know, it'd be kind of nice. Oh, well, I guess you can't. I've been finding plenty of these kits. You know what, I'm just going to live life a little dangerously. Let's donate, get him up to rank 2, refresh, and see what we get. Oh, look at this. Defense penetration to any basic power. That's pretty cool. And +1 the current rank of Psychic Haze. The rest of these are just raw damage. It's not too bad. Let's give it another refresh and see what we get. Eye for weakness. Current rank of Searing Shot. I don't even have that one yet. Alright, last one, because we'll be ending this here. And Veteran Warrior, huh? Oh well. Fortunately, none of these around what I would want. I should have got that first one. I like that first one. Well, that's a look at the vendor there. He is the weapons merchant. We're going to go ahead and go to Jarvis over here, who is a gear merchant. As you can see here, it's pretty much armor. So, looks like it's starting with Storm, since she was my starting character. Let's go ahead and refresh him. We can see we get item find here with this item, which is kind of nice. Some boots. Not too bad. I'll go ahead and refresh him a few times too, just to make sure there isn't anything good here. I got a pretty good bodysuit here with +23 defense. Everything he's offering here is only level like 6 defense, so yeah. I think I need to get him leveled up from rank 1 in order for him to give me something that I can actually find useful. Ah, well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's the next part, and I'll continue on. I'll keep putting these out if you guys want to see it, and if you want to see a specific hero too, by all means, do let me know. I can try and get a little bit of footage of certain heroes out as well. Give you some basic ideas of what kind of skills there are. I still have my Facebook poll up at facebook.com/ruronikage for when the game fully comes out, as I will have access to all of the gods in the final game. Or gods, all the characters. Been playing Smite too much, can you tell? I like my gods. Anyway. Please feel free to leave comments, feedback, suggestions, questions, whatever, in the section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.